So, dear colleagues, nice to see you again. We'll continue, and let me introduce one more speaker, Mrs. Irina Ivanova, Business Development Manager from Pine Platform. So, our event today it was arranged on this platform, and for this half of day, I have already gotten several feedbacks about this platform, and these feedbacks was good. So let's learn more about this platform from the first hand, and let me give the floor to Mrs. Ivanova Irina.
Vladimir, thank you very much for introduction, for such encouraging words, which are very pleasant. I hope that my short speech will be useful for your attendees, will bring some success and some useful information. I will be glad to answer on any questions. You can send your direct questions not only in chat, but also in Q&A tab. Just a little introduction from the part of organizers. So, I hope that you know that you can upvote questions of each other, and I will see what is the most important for you and most interesting.
Okay, so let's start. I leave, and you will continue. Okay.
Thank you. So, usually I go live in order to tell my clients why Pine is good and why exactly our platform should be chosen for their virtual events. Today I'm playing a little bit another role, not a business development manager, but as a speaker at the event. Since I have a very little experience in presentations to a large audience, I apologize in advance for some worries and for maybe being a little bit nervous, and for the fact that out of habit I can try to sell you something. So, virtual events. This year made crucial changes in people's lives, in business plans, in the event industry, and of course in education. All those who carefully built that concept were forced to adopt to new circumstances and move all processes online. Lucky for us, there are such tools as Zoom, YouTube, Google Meets, and other types of such services, and we didn't get into complete lockdown. The first events and activities that switched to online used mostly Zoom, but it became obvious at some step that this solution is an urgent one, but not the best and not the universal. First of all, it affected conferences and other similar events where organizers need to provide their attendees with a full experience of real event. Our platform, Pine, is that type of platform which provides organizers and attendees both with the experience of being on a real event. You can see virtual lobby, virtual stages, virtual expo zone. You have meeting system, and you can meet other people, arrange these private meetings. We also have several other activities which can be implemented on the platform. I'm not sure that they're used on this particular event, but still there is such option to have kind of random networking, like a chat roulette or speed dating, which can be also very useful for online event, either for business success or for entertainment part. Virtual platforms such as Pine allow organizers to maximize the engagement of audience with various activities. Our platform allows to maximize networking for participants with this chat roulette format, with private meetings, with chat channels, with the opportunity to communicate in chats and to discuss the impression on the sessions. What does platform give to participants? First of all, this is an opportunity to attend event with interesting speakers and useful sessions without leaving your home. Get to know people from all over the world, and these people will be those who you definitely have some common topics with, because you're on the same event, obviously. How do event organizers benefit? First of all, this is a significant cost reduction. Previously, in order to organize a conference or forum, it was necessary to rent a suitable venue in advance, to engage in the production of printing products, to prepare handouts, to hire a big team of volunteers, administrators, and managers to support all this process. And now all this done electronically, much faster and obviously cheaper. The second undoubted benefit is access to interesting speakers from all over the world. It's not a secret how difficult to agree on the arrival of a speaker from another city. And if we're talking about the speaker from another country, then the situation becomes even more complicated. Therefore, many organizers highly appreciate the opportunity to simply agree with the speaker from any country, any company. So he would simply devote a few hours of his time to the presentation online. After all, for this, he no longer needs to buy tickets, book a hotel, and fly to another country. Another advantage of virtual platforms for the event is the ability to organize an exhibition area with virtual booths. This format allows you to continue to attract sponsors for your events and receive their support and cover your organizational costs by this sponsorship help. I hope that the virtual expo is implemented in full on this event and you can have this experience. Please do not hesitate to visit virtual booths, to interact with the partners and sponsors of the event, to ask questions, to follow their presentations. It might be at least fun and I hope even very useful for you. So, in the first months of this new life with quarantine, many believe that online platforms only devoted to IT events, for gaming industry and other similar events of this IT direction. But the experience of our platform Pine shows that it's equally useful for IT specialists and for representatives of other spheres. Our platform already successfully hosted lots of different events from medical sphere, from sports, and also educational products, events, I'm sorry. So, and one more stereotype is that using of such platform is something very expensive and that it's suitable only for large companies with large conferences with hundreds or thousands of visitors. Undoubtedly, Pine will be happy to organize such big scale events. But we already have a lot of experience with events of not very big scale, sometimes events for 25 people, still focused on the experience of being on a real event, not only on a call in Zoom. And what I would like to say at the end that using Pine shows to audience and to organizers that even while you are in the office, in a co-working space, or even in your kitchen, you can attend a real, interesting, and useful event. I guess I'm done, and I will be happy to answer any questions on Pine, on how it might be used, on what functions we have.
Okay. Irina, so
Yes?
have you already started to answer questions? Or there are no questions? Okay.
I guess that there are no questions. I hope because everything was clear and not because everything was boring.
Okay, so may I ask you several questions about your platform? So I'm really interested what happening with your business this year because you are so concentrated on digital technologies, and this year, 2020, almost all was connected and related with digitalization of different processes, business processes. What could you say? Uh,
Uh, it is obvious that changes during this year had a real positive impact on our business. I am really sorry on all that circumstances which forced people to change their plans, etc., etc. But of course, digital sphere was rapidly. I'm sorry, I'm like a little bit lack of words. Words. We. I'm sorry,
like
I'm a little bit
like
nervous.
you grow up, or what do you think?
Yes, we grow up and we faced real success in these circumstances, and it seems that even if lockdown is over at the nearest time, people will be a little bit frightened with the theoretical opportunity that everything will come back with this coronavirus. So, for at least half a year or maybe even for a year, we suppose that organizers will not switch in full to offline events. So, most probably next year will be devoted to blended or on online events, and this gives us hope that our business will gain success next year as well as in this year.
Mhm.
I see there are several questions.
Yeah, three
Um,
questions. Let's start. So I can sound just everybody could listen. So Pinar asked, is it free to use or you offer some premium package for conference organizers? Does Fund provide online payment options for the conference with fees?
uh, uh, for the first question, we have very uh, okay, let's say our price list is not something luxury and very expensive. To say the truth, it is very uh, it's available to all types of customers, and you can choose those functions which are necessary for you and plan your budget. I will be glad to provide you with detailed information on prices on a demo. Let's switch it to a demo call. I'm glad to provide you with it. You can find my contacts in my profile and send me a message. We will agree about that. And payment options. If you're talking about selling tickets and if buying costs depend either on selling tickets, we don't support that. You should use a convenient platform for ticketing or register your attendees somehow in the way convenient for you, and we will help you to upload your attendees to the platform. It doesn't influence on the charges for platform usage.
Okay, in this case, I can add something like a customer because in this situation, I'm really customer. I can say that Pi platform quite flexible in the tariff plans, and you can find options according to your request. Okay, what next? Alexei asked, are there any plans for mobile version of Pine which supports all main functions as on desktop? Yes, that's true because
I
when
should
we try,
I should start a little bit with the prehistory. Pine started a support company for offline events. So everything in application and mobile application was directed to support offline events, and we were not focused on streams. And since lockdown happened with all of us, it was obvious that all people usually have access to laptops, and of course it is obvious that to watch sessions and to run meetings more convenient on a big screen. So we focused on desktop version. We of course we're going to pay attention to application and step by step add different streaming features also in mobile app. At the time being, there are opportunity to follow some streaming things on desktop or of Chrome, but we highly suggest to follow suggestions of your event organizer and use desktop version on your laptops. It will give you the best experience.
I can add here as well. So I guess that our participants, attendees, most of them are from international offices, and at that time, 6 years ago, we could meet at different events online in Europe, at least in European Association, in international, blah blah blah, so on. And right now, we don't have. It's impossible. We don't have a chance to meet. It's impossible, and your platform. It's really quite similar and similar for educational affairs as it was arranged in previous years. So I guess that it's a really good app for us to communicate, to plan our strategies for future. Okay, one more question from Maria. How have you managed to create such an easily and intuitively managed system? What are the main competitors? Yes, really. How can you make it?
I guess that our CEO, Eugene, who created this beautiful platform, has some very attractive and interesting stories, something like Mendeleev and Apple. But unfortunately, I don't know that part of history. I know that we follow our competitors very toughly. There are lots of them. I cannot name some exact competitors which are close and similar to us. Of course, there are Umbrella, Hopin, Remo, Deepin platform. There are lots of them, and they're really different. Some of our clients suppose that Zoom is also our competitor. However, we do not agree with that, but still, that this is an opinion which has right to exist. So we just follow all our competitors. We're trying to take best practices and implement them in our platform, and of course develop something unique, and also edit being the first platform who implement this kind of activities.
As for me, I can say that your platform well integrated with different apps. So online rooms, calendars, schedule, chatting, all these quite different functions integrated at the same place, at the same platform. I guess it's very good. And converting of time, that's incredible. So when you make sessions, you write your local time, and participants could see their local time, and you don't need to convert it. It's really very useful thing. That's good. Okay.
We highly estimate feedback from organizers and also from attendees, and try to implement best requests in our platform. So it might happen that your audience will provide you with some feedback, and if you share it with us in next several weeks or months, you will see some improvements on the platform following your requests.
All requests are welcome. Please send. Okay, thank you, Maria. Just several comments from Vasilina. I've learned about Pine just today, but it's really impressively useful tool for organizing events online. So I will definitely present it to the management of my organization. Great.
Thank you.
Okay, one more from Vasilina. Does the cost depend on the duration of the event? Okay, what's influence the cost? What's affect the cost?
Yes, costs depend on the duration, of course. Please join me on the demo calls, and I will provide you with detailed information on the prices.
Actually, we have quite small number of meetings, so you have a chance request a meeting with Irina on this platform and just to test how it works. Just do it.
Yeah, please use this option, and I will be glad to provide you with some detailed information and answer your questions. Thank you for being with us on this session. Thank you for listening to my first experience as speaker. And Vladimir, thank you for inviting me to join your event. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Irina. Let's end in this session. We have approximately 10 minutes till next session. Stay with us. We are just not starting, but we continue. See you on next session. Okay, ending.
See you. Bye.